friend, and welcome. I'm so incredibly glad you've decided to spend a little bit of your precious time here with me today. Truly, it means a lot.
Have you ever woken up and just felt that immediate, profound sense that everything is too much? You know, the kind of morning where your eyes barely open, and before your feet have even touched the floor, there's this heavy, invisible weight on your chest. Maybe your phone is already buzzing relentlessly with work emails, social media updates, breaking news alerts you didn't even ask for, pulling you into the day's demands before you've had a chance to process anything. Or perhaps your mind, even before that first real conscious breath, is already sprinting through a mile-long to-do list, meticulously planning out every single minute of a day that hasn't even truly begun. And honestly, even the simplest, most basic things, like the thought of getting out of bed or just brushing your teeth, can feel utterly, completely exhausting. Like the energy required for even minimal action is just beyond your grasp.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I've definitely been there. More times than I can even count, actually. It's a feeling that creeps in, insidious and quiet.
It's interesting, isn't it? Feeling overwhelmed isn't always this loud, dramatic explosion of stress or a sudden, catastrophic event. Sometimes it's not even a dramatic crash. More often than not, it actually creeps in quietly, almost politely, like a persistent little hum in the background of your consciousness. You might not even notice it at first. You just feel a little off, a little scattered, a bit more tired than usual despite a full night's sleep. And then suddenly, you realize you haven't taken a truly deep, satisfying breath in hours. You notice your shoulders have been practically up to your ears all day, tense and rigid, aching from the unspoken burden. Or that your mind hasn't stopped spinning, replaying old conversations, planning for future scenarios, dissecting past events since yesterday evening. It's that subtle, building pressure that can feel almost invisible, almost harmless, until it's suddenly everywhere. Like a dense fog that's descended and completely enveloped you, making it hard to see clearly, hard to move. If any of that, any part of that feeling resonates with you today, let me tell you something important right off the bat. You are absolutely not alone. In fact, you're just being wonderfully, beautifully human. This feeling is a universal experience, a sign that you're living a full life, but perhaps one that's just a little too full right now. And today, I want to share something small, something gentle, something deeply personal that truly helps me find my way back when I feel utterly lost in it all. This isn't about grand, sweeping solutions or radical life changes that feel impossible to implement when you're already exhausted. Not at all. It's about finding a little bit of calm, discovering a sliver of clarity, and carving out a much-needed moment to simply breathe when life feels like it's throwing too much at you, all at once. It's about remembering that even in the midst of chaos, you can find a quiet anchor within yourself. For me, feeling overwhelmed isn't always triggered by massive, life-altering events, though it certainly can be, and those profound experiences are absolutely valid triggers too. But very often, for me, it's just life itself. The sheer accumulation of mundane, everyday things that on their own seem insignificant, but together they form a mountain. Like that perpetually growing stack of unanswered emails demanding my attention, or the sink full of dishes that for some mysterious reason just won't magically disappear on their own, mocking me with their presence. Maybe it's that friend's birthday I completely forgot about until the very last minute, leading to a scramble for a gift and a pang of guilt. or that new, weird, unsettling noise my car started making this morning, adding yet another item to the mental worry list before I've even had my first cup of coffee. It's like all these little, seemingly insignificant things just keep piling up, slowly, invisibly, until one day you look around and realize you're completely buried under a mountain of tiny tasks, unspoken anxieties, and lingering responsibilities. It's a silent weight that just presses down on you, slowly, steadily, until you feel utterly crushed.
For the longest time, I used to get so incredibly frustrated with myself, like really genuinely frustrated, that I couldn't just handle it. I'd look at other people, seemingly juggling a million things with effortless grace, never breaking a sweat, and I'd wonder, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just power through this? Why do I feel so stuck, so paralyzed, when everyone else seems to be thriving? I believed I just needed to be stronger, more resilient, more organized, perhaps even more disciplined. I read books, I tried apps, I listened to countless productivity gurus, but the honest truth is, our minds and bodies are simply not designed to hold everything all the time, all at once. There's a natural limit, a finite capacity for stress and input, and consistently pushing past that limit, trying to just muscle through every single obstacle, every single feeling, every single demand, only left me more exhausted, more anxious, and profoundly more disconnected from myself. It wasn't resilience I was building. It was a fast track to burnout. And let me tell you, truly managing stress without burnout is a whole different ballgame than just pushing harder.
I didn't need another productivity system. I didn't need a new app telling me how to optimize my day. I certainly didn't need another self-help book telling me how to fix my life as if it were a broken machine that just needed a new part. What I desperately needed, what my entire being was craving, was grounding. A moment of genuine calm, a small, intentional breath in the middle of all the noise and chaos. I needed to just be, to exist, without the constant pressure to do, to simply feel my feet on the earth, my breath in my lungs. I can pinpoint a specific morning when this realization really hit home for me, crystal clear in my memory. It was probably around 8 a.m. I was standing in my kitchen, just staring blankly at a cup of coffee that had gone completely cold, untouched. My inbox had something like 74 unread emails, all of them screaming for my immediate attention, each one a tiny barb of responsibility. I hadn't answered texts from people I loved, people I genuinely cared about, for days, maybe even a week, and the guilt was a heavy blanket. And all I could do in that moment was just stand there, frozen, absolutely paralyzed. It felt like I was literally stuck to the floor. My chest felt incredibly tight, like an invisible band was squeezing it, making it hard to take a full breath. My throat was constricted, making it hard to swallow, hard to speak, hard to even cry, even though I felt a profound sadness and frustration swirling within me. I couldn't think clearly. I honestly couldn't even bring myself to move, to take a single step forward or backward. That was the pivotal moment I truly knew. I wasn't just tired, I was utterly overwhelmed and anxious, completely ungrounded and profoundly out of sync with myself. My entire nervous system was in a state of hyper alertness, stuck in fight or flight or freeze, even though there was no immediate physical danger. It was all internal, but just as powerful. And then something almost miraculous, yet incredibly simple happened, something almost accidental. Almost without thinking, purely on instinct, I walked over to the window, drawn by the natural light. I placed my right hand gently over my heart, closed my eyes, and took a breath. Just one. I didn't plan to do it. I wasn't consciously trying a technique I'd read about in a book or heard on a podcast. There was no grand intention, no complex mental preparation. I just desperately, instinctively needed to feel real again, to feel something, anything that wasn't the crushing weight of pressure or the gnawing guilt or the pervasive sense of failure that had taken hold. And that one breath, that single, simple inhale and exhale, turned into 2, then 3, then 5. Each one felt like a tiny, gentle anchor, slowly, softly pulling me back from the swirling, turbulent chaos in my mind, back into my physical body, back into the quiet stability of the present moment. It was like I was finally able to drop anchor in a stormy sea. Since that morning, that has truly become my go-to simple grounding practice. When that familiar feeling of overwhelm creeps in, when the world starts to feel like too much, I pause, I breathe. I might place my hand gently over my heart, feeling the steady rhythm beneath my palm, or I might gently touch something solid nearby. Perhaps the cool, smooth edge of my wooden desk or the firm floor beneath my bare feet. It's a quiet, subtle, yet profoundly powerful signal to my entire nervous system. I'm safe. I'm here. I'm present. I am okay.
There's no fixing involved in these moments, no trying to control the uncontrollable, just being. Just allowing myself that soft, sacred moment in the middle of all the noise. And sometimes, oh, sometimes, that truly, truly is all it takes. It's not a productivity hack. It's not some secret formula for sudden enlightenment or immediate problem solving. It's just a gentle, intentional pause, a way to reclaim a little piece of yourself. And that, my friends, is enough. More than enough, often. It's a form of self-care for overwhelmed minds, a gentle path to healing through mindfulness. I didn't know it at the time, but what I was instinctively doing that morning had a profound and beautiful name: grounding. It's a powerful yet incredibly simple way to regulate your nervous system, to bring yourself out of those frantic, racing thoughts that keep you trapped in the past or worried about the future, and back into your body, back into the stability and safety of the present moment. It's a fundamental part of mindfulness for overwhelm and a cornerstone of true emotional grounding. It's about bringing your energy down from your head and into your feet, into your physical self, reconnecting with the here and now. And the absolute beauty of grounding techniques is their accessibility. They can be incredibly simple, incredibly accessible. They don't require special equipment or a silent, perfectly organized room or even extended periods of time. They can be done anywhere, anytime, in plain sight or discreetly. They are truly calming practices available to everyone, no matter where you are or what you're doing. Let's explore a few simple ways you can practice grounding for yourself. It can be as simple as taking 5 slow, deep breaths. This is so fundamental. Really feel the air enter your lungs, expand your belly, and then slowly, completely leave your body. Pay attention to the subtle sensation of the breath, the coolness as it enters, the warmth as it exits. This is a foundational breathe method that directly influences your vagus nerve and helps with immediate anxiety relief. It tells your body to calm down. Engaging your senses by trying the popular 5-4-3-2-1 technique. This is a fantastic way to pull your mind out of internal chaos and firmly into the external, tangible world. Name 5 things you can see right now, in detail, 4 things you can touch, and actually reach out and feel the texture, the temperature. 3 things you can hear, distinguishing distinct sounds. 2 things you can smell, even if it's just the faint scent of your clothing. And finally, 1 thing you can taste, even if it's just the taste in your mouth. This practice is incredibly effective for mental health support podcast listeners because it brings you firmly into the present. Holding a warm cup of tea or coffee, this is one of my personal favorites.
Really, truly feel the warmth spreading through your hands, noticing the steam gently rising, inhaling the comforting aroma filling the air. It's a small sensory anchor that can bring a surprising amount of comfort and focus. The simple act of holding something warm can be incredibly soothing. Or, if you can, stepping outside for just a few minutes and walking barefoot in the grass, feeling the texture and coolness beneath your feet. Or even just standing still and feeling the solid earth supporting you. This physical connection to the ground is a direct, powerful, self-soothing technique that connects you to nature, embracing a slow-living podcast episode vibe, even if just for a moment. Oh, and here's the really crucial thing. These practices are not about avoiding your problems or pretending they don't exist. They're not about escaping reality. These are self-soothing techniques. They're gentle coping skills. And in those moments of intense, overwhelmed, and anxious feelings, when your mind is racing and your body feels tense, they can truly be a lifeline. They help you get to a place where you can begin to think clearly again, to process your emotions, and to navigate the stress without succumbing to burnout. It's about finding that inner peace and creating quiet mind practices that you can turn to whenever you need them. It's about acknowledging the overwhelm and then gently guiding yourself back to a place of internal calm and stability. This is the essence of mental wellness and a vital part of your personal healing journey. So if today feels heavy for you, if you're sensing that familiar weight of the world on your shoulders, if your mind won't stop racing, if you just feel utterly spent, I sincerely hope you give yourself the permission, the absolute gift to pause. Not to solve everything right then and there, not to fix all your problems in that instant, just to breathe, just to ground yourself during stress, to give yourself that moment of gentle recalibration, of returning to yourself.
Maybe you try placing your hand over your heart, just like I did that morning. Feel the rhythm of your own life beneath your palm. Let that steady beat remind you that you are here, you are present, you are alive. Maybe you take one single mindful breath, truly focusing on every part of it. The inhale, the pause, the exhale. Or maybe you step outside for just one full minute of stillness, feeling the air on your skin, hearing the subtle sounds around you, noticing the details of the trees, the sky, the simple beauty of the moment. These are your simple yet profoundly powerful daily rituals for inner peace. They are quiet acts of rebellion against the constant pull of busyness. They are mindful moments you create just for yourself. That, my friends, is genuine self-care for overwhelmed minds. That's true emotional wellness. That's being human, acknowledging your limits, and then gently, compassionately guiding yourself back to a place of inner strength. These are the gentle coping skills that contribute to profound nervous system regulation and are truly about healing through mindfulness. It's about finding your calm, one mindful breath, one gentle touch at a time. It's about simple living in its most profound form, simplifying your internal state, one moment at a time. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Really, truly, it means a lot that you chose to spend this precious time listening, sharing this space with me. I hope this has been a healing conversation for you. If this episode brought you even a moment of calm, even a tiny shift in perspective, or a sense of quiet understanding, I'm so incredibly glad. If it resonated with you, I'd absolutely love to hear about it. Maybe you can share this episode with a friend who might need a moment of peace, or simply take a moment to leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts. Your feedback and support truly help these gentle conversations reach more people who might be navigating their own overwhelm, offering them a quiet space to breathe. You can always come back here whenever you need a quiet moment, a soft reminder that you don't have to carry it all alone. We're all in this human experience together, finding our way, one gentle breath, one grounded moment at a time. Take good care of yourself, friend. Really. I'll see you next time.